Hello, everyone. This is Shadi Reis from SCAI 2025 in Washington, D.C. I'm really privileged to be with SCAI President, Dr. Hermiller, who was the president for 2024-2025. Dr. Hermiller, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Shadi.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
It was a phenomenal year. A lot of things done at SCAI. So tell us about what have you done during your term?
Yeah. My mission, I think every president has a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And mine this year was around wellness, physician wellness. We'll first talk about occupational safety,
Yeah.
because, those of us that work in the cath lab, and long days, lots of radiation, and we're exposed to more radiation than ever, given the length of the procedure, the
Yeah.
complexity of the procedures, the orthopedic issues that surround wearing the lead all day long,
Yeah.
right? And for me, I've already had one back operation. I got cervical radiculopathy, and as you look at those my age, we all are, we look like World War I veterans.
Yeah.
So, mine was around first occupational safety, and I think we've done many things. One, we've raised awareness about the issue. Two, if you look at the recent SCAI survey, 50% have pain and injuries. A quarter have serious cervical injuries. Another third have lumbar. And that's 3 to 10-fold higher than a normal population. So it's really what we do that causes that.
Right.
Now there's advanced radiation protection devices out there that really either gets your radiation to zero or very close to it.
Yeah.
And often you don't need to wear the heavy protection garments. And so we've raised awareness around that, and we've really implemented a plan to really get it in everybody's lab.
Right.
Including yesterday we had a summit, multi-specialties, multi-society, really create a coalition to drive this through. We have a consensus statement out that is a call to action that are as low as reasonably achievable these days, includes these advanced radiation protection devices.
And as you mentioned, is like this is something you should be proud of. But don't you think it's too late, or we're starting now to have some awareness? But don't you think it's been too late, not just for us, for IR, for vascular? And
Yeah.
others?
So I would say we could have started this earlier. I think it's just sort of in the last several years come to a head that we have these devices. There wasn't enough awareness, and that was part of my mission.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And what I want is for you, the early generation, not to suffer the injuries that we have. We're also going to have a toolkit that basically our members can take to the C-suite and say, here's the pro forma, here's the financials, here are the scientific articles and basis for why we need this, why you should invest in it. Here are the regulatory pathways to get out of the lead in your given state. So really a one step, here it is, you can go get this done. Mm-hmm. We're working with regulatory commissions, all sorts of agencies to also have more leverage with the hospitals to get this.
So it's multidisciplinary, you have to involve everybody in investment. And so for especially for the C-suite, this is not action going to bring more revenue, but I think it's going to bring more satisfaction. So bring more, hopefully, growth in the future.
Yeah, I think we need to look at it. This is not going to be a transactional event, right? This is not, hey, here's the ROI this year. No, you're investing in your employees. The cost of injuries, the cost of replacing those that leave because they're sick of the lead or they're injured, it's incredibly expensive. And if you look at, let's say, some of the fellows, like my fellow, he was not going to join a practice that did not have advanced radiation protection. Yeah. They know it. And I've really, fellows that applied to my interventional fellowship, they want to be somewhere where there's no lead.
Absolutely. That's important.
And it's going to be a requirement to get high quality, I think, employees in the not too distant future.
Absolutely. So what do you see the field going forward in the coming 5 or 10 years?
Yeah. So as I look at interventional cardiology, we have 3 arms to it: structural heart, we have PV, we have coronary disease, and within coronary disease, CTO and CHIP, and very complex coronary disease. I think a fourth is going to be really heart failure intervention.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
We're all gonna sort of play in one of those 4 sandboxes going forward. I also think, on the vascular side, whether that's coronary or peripheral vascular, medical therapy is going to continue to improve.
Yeah.
And that is something we're all going to be dealing with. And then I think in terms of hypertension, that may probably be the fifth pillar here,
Right.
of what we're going to do. So, and I think with the aging population, we're going to be busier than ever. And the question is, are we going to have the infrastructure to take care of all the people that we need? I think particularly from structural heart, we don't have enough interventional echocardiographers to really take care of the need of tricuspid, mitral, all the advanced imaging that's going to be required.
Absolutely. So your presidency coming up. So you told me 3 days left. And
Yes,
you said
3
you was
days.
going to pass the torch to
Yeah.
the next president. So what's your advice for the upcoming president?
Yeah, I think, and it's Dr. Hari Naidoo, and Hari is going to do a fantastic job. He's been so a part of SCAI and contributed so much already. He's going to really do a fantastic job. I think each president has a sort of separate mission, and I know Hari's working on that, and he'll talk about that. And I don't want to steal his thunder. And I think the other part of recommendation is build a coalition. I think we worked very hard this year to work with our other cardiology societies. We spent a lot of time trying to get the new American Board of Cardiovascular Medicine, and we were all in alignment. ACC, AHA, HRS.
For the first time ever.
AIC. And that coalition's moving forward. The fight is not over. It's not over on the issue of our own medical board, and we continue to explore that. So I would continue the coalition. I thought today we had the Association of Black Cardiology, SCAI, satellite. The room was packed. And, that's a relationship that, was very important to me. And I think we need to, continue to grow that and nurture that one. And then I would say just follow the strategic plan. We put together a new strategic plan this year for the next 4 years. And that strategic plan is, one, all about advocating for our membership, right? Advocacy. 2, wellness. 3, promote, innovation. And, I think Hari's job is he's got to fill in all the tactics to get really those objectives all done.
And I always tell people, and that's the way I see it. The SCAI is our home. Like it's very easy to see you and touch base with the president, vice president, the secretary, and your messages can get really far as a member, either during SCAI conferences or any other venues. So I feel like this is our home, and I think we hear, as interventional cardiology, our voices heard faster when you use this platform. And the society have done a lot to the interventional side.
Yeah. I think what helps us, we're interventional cardiology. We're not distracted by sort of other subspecialties within cardiology. We have the membership. We want to bring value to the membership. We're interventional cardiologists, and really, I think, particularly with this wellness, also staff. But at the end of the day, we want to be able to support interventional cardiologists so they can deliver the highest quality care to all the patients that require it.
Absolutely. Dr. Hermiller, thanks so much for a phenomenal year, for being also a phenomenal mentor, teacher, as well as president for SCAI. What you have done is phenomenal. Your mission is great, and wellness has been definitely touched a lot of people, and occupational hazard mission was phenomenal. Thank you for watching us. This is Shad Reyes coming to you from SCAI 2025 in DC.